Hello, 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 and welcome back to this week's episode of Short, Fat, and Balding. This is episode number 44. My
Y-
name's Travis, and I'm joined by
You
two
didn't
co-hosts.
even say the fucking catchphrase.
What was the catchphrase?
A sports podcast, yeah, a sports
Sports
podcast
podcast.
by armchair quarterbacks for armchair quarterbacks.
Okay.
God, this is a clusterfuck.
Hello, 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 and
Oh
welcome
my
back to the
god.
cluster. This week we have Travis. He likes to sit on his couch and be a quarterback. And I'm joined this week by Nico, who sits on his couch and still can't reach the top of the coffee table. Say hello, Nico.
You can go fuck yourself.
What are we talking about this week, James?
This week we're talking
Yeah,
about
what?
sports. We're going to talk about college football and how Florida State's not good at it, and finish up our conversations of last week's episode where we talked about other divisions in NFL. And then we're going to talk about sports.
Wow. I'm gonna
I'm James.
Can we have Travis do this correctly,
I'm
please?
I'm gonna end this intro and go into the main topic.
I think we just need to leave that.
All right. So, James, you know what? I know that at least via text message, you've been chomping at a bit. Do you want to start the night shitting on FSU, or do you want to end it? Dessert
No,
first or after dinner?
we're going to save dessert for dessert spots.
Okay. Okay. So we had finished up, if I remember correctly, we did the AFC and NFC North and the AFC and NFC East, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So let's head down south, and we will start with the AFC South and
Texas.
the Texans. Yes, I agree.
There's nothing else to talk about in that division.
Well, I think the
Nope.
Colts are probably going to be on an up year. I mean, there's no reason to fucking shit all over them.
I mean, they'll be on an up year, but they aren't catching the Texans.
They're not catching the Texans, but there's no reason why they can't make the playoffs.
I just don't see it happening. And if they do, it'll be a first round exit.
That's fine, but still making the playoffs after everything they've been through.
Right.
That's fair.
Did you forget they lost a quarterback to fucking lacerated kidneys? Like, that's a thing.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't
Who
know.
else? Well, the Jags.
Jacksonville. I think Tennessee takes a step forward with William Levis.
Really?
I don't.
Despite losing
They're,
Derrick Henry?
yeah, I think.
Gaining Tony Pollard.
Tony Pollard's ass.
Yeah,
I know.
but
I
they
think
got Tyler.
Tajay Sharp's better.
They got Tyler Boyd. It's another weapon for him. I mean, they got to shore up that offensive line though, because Will Levis got murdered last year. Andrew
Well,
Luck called it. It's like you know what to do.
I was going to say, that seems to be the the running theme with these rookie quarterbacks is they come in on a shit team and they just get pummeled into fucking submission by shit offensive lines, and then the team fucking wonders why they weren't successful.
Yep.
Look at Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
I hope he goes off this year for that reason alone.
They win that division. They win that division by 2 games. Calling it now.
The Texans do?
No, Sam Darnold.
The Vikings?
And the Vikings.
They're going to win the division by 2 games over the Lions?
Yep.
We talked about that already. I'm not gonna entertain that, but
Well, you don't need to entertain it because it's going to happen.
okay.
So AFC
Okay.
South.
Yeah. So we didn't even. We did slightly address the Jaguars.
Oh, you mean Timo Daniel Jones? Or no?
Wouldn't Daniel Jones be Team Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah, Daniel Jones is Timo Trevor. Trevor Lawrence is just you order it and it's okay, but you don't really want to show your friends. You know what I'm saying? You get it in the mail and you're like, oh, that's pretty cool, but like, I'm just gonna. I don't need to like brag to my friends about it. If someone's over and they're like, oh, that's cool. You're like, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's nothing to write home about. You know what I'm saying?
Right? No, I hear you. It's just funny.
Yeah. It's like it's like getting an old retired guy who's in the Hall of Fame signed jersey. You're like, okay, this is cool. I'm gonna hang it on my wall. It's my team, but you're not showing it off. You know?
Uh, I guess that's how I feel about my Hassan Reddick jersey currently.
Yeah. See, it's cool. You have one. Great. Like it's my Joe Mixon jersey. It's cool. It's great. You know, big part of Bengals history. But I'm also just like, if I show off my stuff, I'm not showing off the Mixon jersey.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you were saying.
The focal point's going to be Chase Green, Burrow. So that's just my opinion on Trevor Lawrence.
That's a fair opinion. I mean, until he does something of relevance, like just getting the Jaguars to the postseason isn't going to be enough for very long. You know, He's,
Don't get me wrong. Getting the Jaguars to the playoffs is kudos, good for you. Like you did it, but he
all,
hasn't done shit since.
all I can think of is that like the certificate. Congratulations, you did it. They fucking
Yeah,
Jacksonville Jaguars postseason 2020 whatever.
yeah. It's like the Rangers playing a playoff series and it not going 7 games. Like, congrats, you did it, but you still lose in the next round. It don't mean shit. My feelings are gonna get hurt, and I'm probably gonna cry, but it's fine. We're okay. Things are okay.
Doesn't sound like it. It sounds like there's a lot you to unpack. Before we
That
do
that
that,
last part was me. I was just trying to talk myself back up. We're good.
um, so then the NFC South, which I believe would be the Falcons' division to lose, is it not? Kirk D. Cousins.
I
Yeah,
think so.
I don't know. This division feels like somebody's gonna get in with a losing record.
I don't know, man. I think Atlanta's better than that. Kyle Pitts, fucking Kirk Bijan.
I mean, don't get me wrong. On paper, it's a great team, but on paper, the Cleveland Browns have been a great team since the early 2000s.
Yeah, but the
I
Falcons
just
aren't cursed.
neither of the Browns are just trash.
But I mean,
I
the
need to see
Browns
it.
are 100% cursed.
That's fair. I don't know. I need to see it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I hear you. I just don't. I mean, I've seen Atlanta be above 500 more than once in my tenure as a football fan. I think they're more than capable of doing it again.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, come out week one and smash the Steelers, and I'll be like, all right, they're for real.
And that's a tough go because that's a really good defense.
No,
Did you say
do it.
no?
I said, well, do it. I would say no. I know the Steelers are a great defense. I see them twice a year and cry about it twice a year. TJ Watt does things that TJ Watt people shouldn't be able to do, just like his brother did in his heyday.
The fact I feel like when I watch JJ, he shouldn't even be retired. He still looks like he's in like peak physical condition.
I'm not gonna lie, you could cut off JJ's legs at the knees. He's still beating my ass.
Yeah, probably.
100%. He'd probably split me in half.
Although I think a decently in shape 6-year-old could beat your ass. So
Maybe.
all they have to do is last a couple rounds. It's not like you have that much stamina.
Yeah, that's true. They just gotta survive getting kicked across their cage, that's all. All right, but we're not gonna talk about me fighting 6-year-olds. Um,
I don't know.
the dangerous path to go down. I feel like I could take at least 4 of them. So NFC South, yeah, that's the Falcons to lose.
Yeah, the Panthers are. I mean, they'll be happy if they get 2 wins. That's a double up on last year.
Yeah.
Um, the
You know what? I'm gonna say it now. I think Carolina gets three.
That's fair.
I think they get three.
Who else is there? The NFC, the Saints, which the Saints don't even know what the Saints are. I mean, what is Derek Carr?
You know, when Derek Carr went there, I had high hopes for them, but Just goes to show the only reason the Saints were relevant was Drew Brees'.
Yeah, dude, bring back Bountygate.
Fuck yeah, do it. You won't. And
Um,
then
and then I forget who else is in the NFC
Tampa
South. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Tampa Bay
your
fighting Baker Mayfields, dude.
your favorite place to visit, right? Isn't that you said you like to vacation in Tampa?
I would rather fucking rip my own dick off.
That's,
Wow.
Sorry.
are you talking like physically rip it off, or are you gonna cut it?
No, I mean like rip it off.
Oof,
Like
that's hot.
if somebody was like, "Hey, we've got an all expenses paid trip to St. Pete," I'd be like, "Okay," and I just start ripping my dick off because that's the same experience for me mentally.
Isn't that where the Rays Stadium is?
Yes. Which, admittedly, I will probably go when the new stadium's built because that stadium looks sick. But other than that, I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
Continuously
I've been to
using
St. Pete a couple times, but
continuously using hand sanitizer, and they're like, "What are you, a germaphobe?" You're like, "No, it's just fucking Tampa."
I mean, like,
Ew.
do you know where we are?
I got Tampa on my shoes. Fucking gross.
It is gross. Anyways,
Any
yeah, Tampa's probably going to be above 500. I mean, they're not awful, but they're not good. Um, but they're not as good as Atlanta on paper.
yeah,
I mean, they did beat the Eagles last year, so
that is true.
it's the same roster that I know of.
Pretty close, I think.
I mean, Mike
So
Evans is
next,
still there. Didn't they get somebody young? That's
Chris
good.
Godwin.
Yeah,
Chris Godwin. Yeah.
yeah. So that's that. Probably, I would say that they're gonna be like 9-7 or 9-8, and then the fucking
9-8,
the
yeah.
Falcons will be 10-7.
So next up, we got NFC West.
AFC
Are the
West.
Rams back? You think the Rams are back this year?
In the AFC or the AFC West, I mean they can be back, but I don't think they're gonna win the division. I think it's the 49ers to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100% that's the 49ers to lose.
I mean, people can say whatever they
Although
want.
they did just restructure Trent Williams too, so they got him back.
Yeah, they did sign Trent Williams. They signed fucking Ayuk. They signed Debo. Like they're fucking set for a while.
What's with
Yeah,
these
they're
play-
fine. They have the best running back in the fucking league.
What's with these players wanting more money before their contracts even up?
That's the
Like
league now,
finish out,
man.
just finish out your contract. If you don't want to be there, don't be there. If you don't think they're paying you enough, they're not paying you enough. Just finish out your fucking contract. You agreed to that. Why are you like? It's just setting a precedent that if you're like, oh, I had one good year, I
No,
deserve
I think
a million.
that comes into play when like if one of them ends up getting traded, like they want more money up front to play with their home team and just be okay with that.
No, it's not even that. Trent Williams, dude. His whole thing was over money. He's got 2 years left on his contract. Jamar Chase want more money. He's got 2 years left on his contract. Like, you agreed to this contract. Play under this contract. Don't sit there and do the whole "I'm holding out" bullshit. What are you holding out for? Unless you get franchise tag, then I understand it.
Because you've got the leverage. I mean, you're the player. You're the asset. The team's not.
Okay, then they shouldn't pay you at all.
What?
If you're gonna sit out the season, don't play at all, or don't pay him at all.
Okay.
That's
I mean,
That's what
that's the
happens. You know that, right?
no. They still get paid with all
No,
the
they
guaranteed money they're getting.
no,
they get
they
paid
do
up
not.
front with the
They
guaranteed
get
money,
paid to play.
and they get fined every day that they don't show up under the CBA.
I don't know. It just pisses me off.
It doesn't. I mean, it's a negotiation, man. They're the ones that their bodies in the line. I would fucking negotiate too if I was good enough.
Yeah, but again, you already agreed to the contract.
Yeah, and the market changes, and you're like, I'm worth that much at least. And you're and Unlike other sports, if you notice that doesn't really happen in other sports, because in the NFL your career can end on one fucking play. So these guys got to protect themselves and ensure that they're getting the most value for what they can when they can, because the next season might not be there. This
Your
isn't.
career can end just as quickly in any other sport, though.
Come on, dude. The likeliness of you fucking having a career-ending injury just some random night on Tuesday in fucking baseball is so low. Same thing with hockey. It's just not. Doesn't you don't see it as often. Whereas in the in
No,
in
okay, you
football,
may not see it, but you can. It can easily happen. Garrett Cole could come out. I'm not going to use Garrett Cole as an example because I don't want to jinx his ass. Um, I don't know. Freaking name a pitcher. I'm drawing a blank.
I don't know.
Um, Patrick Corbin could come out tomorrow night, pitch, takes a line drive off the back or off the front of his skull. Now he's brain dead.
Right, but the possibility and frequency of that occurring matters. Like the chances are so low in baseball.
There's less than a 0.1% chance of that happening.
Right. Whereas like you could get not only could you get clobbered and have you fucking end up like Antonio Brown, you could have your ACL torn, you could have your fucking femur broken. Like those things aren't happening in other sports.
I don't know. I think it's just as likely to happen in a sport like hockey.
There's no. It's not though. You can't say that when there's. We live in the world of statistics. The chances of a severe injury in hockey are much slimmer. They're not as slim as baseball, but they're much slimmer than football because the premise of the game is different. The goal of hockey is not to hit. Hitting is part of the game, but you can see just from when we started watching that hitting's gone way down, so your chance of injury's gone way down. Like it's just that's the facts. You're not going to leverage that, and also hockey's a different culture. It's just a different like they don't like those like the
Well,
people take team friendly deals all the time in hockey because they want to win a cup.
that's fair. They also get hard-ons when they get hit, so
Right, there's a whole ass
that's
fight, but like if you go across the middle, like that's why the league does what they do in terms of refereeing to like try and stop that because the teams aren't going to stop it from happening. Like they're not going to. It's not like they can go out and fuck. What are you going to do? Hit a dude? People do throw punches with helmets on, which is stupid as fuck. But like, it's
yeah,
just not.
that's
So I mean, I get it. I'm for football players doing what they have to do to get paid. I guess we'll agree to disagree there. But anyways, so the NFC West is 100% the 49ers division. The Rams will probably compete for a playoff position. And I don't think anybody. I mean, what's Seattle going to do? Fucking. Who do they even have? Geno fucking Smith?
Seattle?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're not going to do anything. Um, and then the Cardinals. It's going to be at least another 2 seasons before Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison Jr. get going. Am I talking to
Alright,
myself?
might as well be apparently. Um, yeah. So next we have AFC West.
Which, I mean, as much as it sucks to say, like, who's better than the Chiefs?
I feel like
Nobody in
outside
that division.
that division is going to be a dumpster fire this year.
Why? Because you think the fucking. What do you think? The Chiefs are on a down?
I no, I think just outside of the Chiefs, it's a dumpster fire.
Well, it's the first year with Jim Harbaugh for the Chargers.
Yeah, he's and they sold off their wide receiver core, so you got to give him. He needs another year or two before we can actually judge him.
That's not.
Which I think in a couple of years he'll be fine.
Yeah. It's going to be a totally different Chargers team. It's going to be. I mean, I tell people all the time just look to the 49ers when Jim had them. They're going to be a run first offense, which I don't think the Chargers have. Well, when they had LaDainian Tomlinson, they probably were.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when you had LaDainian Tomlinson, all you got to do is just hand off the ball. He's going to get 3 or 4 guaranteed.
Right.
Uh, Denver thought they were sly taking Bo Nix, even though he's what, 2 years away from collecting Social Security. I mean, Vegas is going in with Aiden O'Connell as their starter, so cool. I think their biggest victory of the year is going to be when they tied the
It's not.
49ers in preseason.
It's not Gardner Minshew.
Oh,
No,
is it? No, I thought it was Aiden O'Connell.
I thought it was Gardner Minshew as the starter for
yeah,
Vegas.
Gardner Minshew's the starter for Week 1. It's already been announced.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Guess what? Doesn't matter. Sentiment stays the same. Like, I just, I don't, I, I don't know. I think Devontae Adams is going to retire and hate himself for everything that's ever happened. Um,
Wow, everything that's ever happened. That's a crazy take.
oh, he wasted his prime with Gardner Minshew. Uh, the only upside I see on that roster, besides Devontae Adams, is their defense is going to be good.
Yep.
Zamir
But
White's still a thing.
I understand Zamir White's still there, but their O line is hot garbage. They the best squad they have is their tight end room with Michael
Yep.
Mayer and Brock Bowers.
Yep.
But even then, they're going to have to stay in and block. Like if you can get them both running open, yeah, you're set. But it's just a dumpster fire. And then and then you got fucking AARP Bo, which I don't know why the Broncos thought they would got to steal the draft there. You reached for
He's
mid quarter.
24, man. Like,
Okay, but most of these quarterbacks coming in are 20. 21 is
okay, and
tops. And what I'm saying is there's 3 years wasted. He was in college for 12 years. He played 12 years of college football. The fact of the matter is they
he
reached.
started at 12. Listen to yourself, you fucking plebeian.
It's called sarcasm. I'm not going to go back and look. He played like 6 years in college. My point is he's
So did
older.
Stetson Bennett.
Oh, and how's that going for him? Lighten up the fucking thing. He won Rookie of the Year last year, right?
He's
Oh,
he's
yeah,
uh he's playing left bench to fucking Matt Stafford right now.
exactly. Bo Nix isn't
Also,
all
if
he's
your
cracked.
options were Matt Stafford and Stetson Bennett, I'm going with Matt Stafford.
Yeah, well, duh. Stetson Bennett was a reach or Stetson Bennett was he was a fucking mailman. Do you not remember last year we talked about this all the time?
Yes.
Listen, Bo Nix isn't going to do shit. He'll be out of the league in 4 years. Calling it now. Said what I said. Don't at me. Uh,
All right, I'm
I
gonna
just
at you in year 5.
I was gonna say you don't even have like a separate handle to at.
then
I'm gonna
I'll
at
drop.
you in year 5.
Okay, at me in year 5. I'll be more than happy to laugh. Uh,
Okay.
but yeah, Kansas City's winning that division by. I think they win it. I don't even. They win it in like week 12. That division's wrapped up.
That's typical. That's pretty much been how they've done it for. I think they've had. I think they've had the Division One by week like 15, like the past 8 years or something stupid like that.
Yeah, they're done. Like that division's those teams could come out and yeah. I mean, Denver hasn't done shit on defense. Their
Nope.
offense isn't good, and they let up 70 to the fucking Dolphins last year.
True.
It's just that's not a good team. They're not going anywhere right now. Sean Payton's better off just going back into retirement and trying to forget it all. But yeah, that's my opinion.
All right. So help me out here. They've got. We have the Dolphins winning the East. I'm putting together a playoff picture here. So let me just pull up a cheat sheet. Okay. So what did we have the Bills at?
I don't remember what we had him at. I know we said wild card team.
Okay. Can I just skip straight to fucking... this whole shit, man. I find really cool tools, and then like I have to go through fucking bullshit to get them because like I can't just like manually enter playoff teams. I have to like simulate the season for whatever fucking reason. Anyways, okay, so interesting. I'm not going with that. They have the Jets and the Lions as the number one seeds. That's fucking crazy. The Jets.
Yikes.
Yeah, dude. No way.
What are you just trying to make a playoff bracket?
I'm just trying to be able to envision it is what I'm trying to do, so that way I can remember who we fucking did for what. Da, 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 how about blank? Okay, this will work. This will work beautifully. All right, so who? Let's start off with fucking seeds. Who do we think are coming out of the NFC and the AFC as the number one seeds?
Um, I'd say Kansas City is the number one in the A.
You think so?
NFC. Yeah, I think their division's just so weak. And you're playing Denver, LA, and Las Vegas twice a year. There's 6 games. I feel like it's got to be Kansas City's going to be number one.
All right. Do you have any issues with that, Nico?
Nope.
Okay. And then out of the NFC.
I would say
Niners.
Niners. I was going to go Niners or Phillies. Philly, it goes either way. That's one A, one B, pretty much. 1 and 2
Yeah.
is a mixture of those two.
All right. So that is AFC and NFC West covered. So let's do. I assume we're going to give the Eagles the 2 seed in the NFC.
Yep.
Okay. And then Dolphins 2 seed in the AFC. We had them
Yeah.
winning the East. All right. Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm alright with that.
Okay. So then in the NFC, I assume what's the NFC South is the shit division. So the 3 seed's probably going to be the winner of the NFC North, which James has as the Vikings, but I have as the Lions.
I also have as the Lions.
All right, so we're gonna go with the Lions. And then AFC South is the Texans. That's probably a fair 3 seed.
Yeah.
And then the AFC North, Ravens, Bengals.
I got Cincy, but I'm a homer there, so
Right. Who did we have,
Yeah.
Nico? Did we have the
I
Ravens?
think I think it goes 4 and then
Yeah, I think
5
so.
again.
What was that, Nico?
I said, yeah, I think so.
The Ravens?
Yeah.
Okay. So then we'll put Cincy at the 5. First wild card. I do agree that division's going to be a toss-up. It'll probably come down to week 17. So who do we got over in the NFC? We have the East, the North, and the West. So the NFC South is going to be the Falcons. So the Falcons get the old 4 seed. Now who's the first wild card for the NFC? Probably the Cowboys.
Yeah. Looking at it, Cowboys seem fair.
Yeah.
And then I'd say I think Green Bay's in.
So then they would be a 6.
Yep.
Now who's squeaking into the NFC playoff picture? It's not going to be the Giants or Commanders.
No.
Could be the Bears. Could be the Vikings. Could be the Rams. I think that's it. I think it's Bears, Vikings, or Rams.
Be the Packers.
We already had the Packers at the 6th seed.
Oh, you have the Packers at 6? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not paying
I,
attention.
It's okay.
I go Rams.
You go Rams? All right.
Hmm.
Nico? Vikings, Bears, Rams.
I see the Vikings taking a major step back without JJ because fuck Sam Darnold.
Okay.
Um,
So Rams?
yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I have no faith in the Bears, so I'm unwilling to say that. Okay, so in the AFC we have Kansas City, Miami, Houston, Baltimore, Cincy. I would say I think the Jets can make the playoffs, assuming that. Do we give the AFC East 3 spots? Do we give them the Jets and the Bills?
I could see it.
I could see it. I mean, who else is going to come out of there? The AFC West is a gong show, as we said. The AFC North, I mean, you pretty much have like I don't necessarily see the Browns or
NFC
Steelers.
and the NFC East had 3 teams 2 years ago.
Right. I mean, if it's going to be
They,
what's going to happen is that it's probably going to be the Bills. Are probably going to be the Jets because the Bills are kind of taking a step back offensively, and then it's going to be a 3-way dogfight between the Steelers, Browns, and Bills for that last spot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, who do we want to put there? Do we say Josh Allen's offense gets him there? Do we say the Steelers' defense and T.J. Watt? Do we say the Browns just cause?
Steelers.
Steelers, Nico?
I feel like they always find a way.
Yeah, no, I mean I'm with you there.
I think it'll end up being Bills.
All right, I need you both to pick a number between 1 and 5.
8.
What?
4.
Did you
My
say
bad.
8?
He definitely did.
3, please.
Yeah, between 1 and 5, James.
8.
That's not.
Did I win?
No.
3.
3. Okay, 3 is exactly it. So Steelers it is.
Oops.
All right, so we will start. We'll clear out our NFC bracket, and then we'll go to the AFC because I think the AFC is a little bit harder to pick. I think the teams are a lot more even over there. Cowboys, Falcons has to be Cowboys, right?
No.
No.
No,
Whoa.
Cowboys. Cowboy.
I'm going with the
Cowboys gonna.
Cowboys. I think that's 2 out of 3 of us in that one. I don't think the. I mean, I get it. The Falcons are going to be the home team. The Cowboys are the Cowboys, but the Cowboys did beat Tom Brady in Tampa. You know, they're capable. They're not going to get past the 49ers, but they're capable.
I'll take your word
Um,
for it.
a friendly divisional matchup: Lions Packers.
Lions.
Yeah, I have a hard time not taking the Lions there.
I think the Lions because I think the Lions like have the number of the Packers ever since their like come up year when they knocked them out of the playoffs. I think they've had their number.
Yeah,
Eagles Rams is the Eagles to lose. They're gonna be home. They're gonna be fucking rowdy. They're already pissed off.
Yeah.
49ers Cowboys is gonna be the fucking 49ers.
Yep.
And then do we have 49ers Lions or 49ers Eagles? Who do we like in that one? Because I mean it's really
Philly's offensive firepower is too much.
it's so
For
good
the Lions?
for the. Do you think do you not think that the? I mean, it's a really honest to God when you think about it. It's a 1-to-1 matchup. Philly's got the better depth at the receiver position because like outside of Amon Ross St. Brown, who does fucking Detroit have? Um, but you think about it,
There's too much firepower on that Philly offense.
there's a ton, and but like the defensive lines match up pretty well. I don't know much about Detroit's secondary, but
Good, but
that's
that's too much to ask. That's I'm sorry. You
you mean
got
it's going to be hard to shut down AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Jahan Dotson, and Dallas Goddard?
yeah, and then Saquon out of the backfield.
Yeah,
Too much.
Saquon or I can't think of his name. Kenneth Gainwell.
Yeah, there's just too much. There's too much.
All right, so the Eagles it is. So now, who wins Eagles Niners in Santa Clara?
That is a coin toss. This is literally a coin toss
I'm gonna say
because
I'm a
on
homer.
defense that Philly and that's Phil or that's San Fran.
Right, I'm a homer, and I'm gonna say the Eagles for the sole purpose of like over the past 4 years, the team that's been quote unquote on the revenge tour has won this matchup, and it's the Eagles' year for revenge. I would say.
You know what? Sounds good to me.
Nico,
Niners.
what?
Niners.
Okay, I'll make a note of that. All right, now on the AFC, Ravens Bengals. We know who James says.
It's the Ravens.
Here's why I'm going to say the Bengals. Lamar Jackson is notably dog shit in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Whereas Joey B has been notably very good in the playoffs when he gets there uninjured.
Mhm.
Still going Ravens.
That's fine.
That's because you're a hater.
If you had told me 2 years ago this matchup was a possibility, I would have told you to shut the fuck up. Texans Jets.
By 40.
Texans by 40.
Yeah.
That's so stupid. The Jets have like a top 3 defense. What do you mean? They held last year when the Jets were dog shit. They held like the top 5 offenses in the NFL to under 20 points.
Said what I said. Stand by it.
That's fucking stupid. I'm actually gonna go Jets. I think the defense in the Jets holds holds that young offense. It's a different fucking environment in the postseason. I think they hold the young offense down, and I think that Aaron Rodgers is good enough to get him past who they got to get past. Nico, you're the deciding vote here.
Yeah, no, I'm going Houston.
All And Dolphins hosting the Steelers.
Dolphins.
No.
All right. Pretty universal on that one. Okay. Kansas City and the Bengals.
AC.
Yeah.
Cincinnati.
Is it a homer pick?
100% it's a homer pick.
I mean, it is, but like, sell me on it.
No, sell you on it. Last four matchups: Joe Burrow versus Kansas City. Who's won? 3-1. Joe Burrow versus Kansas City. I'll sit and die on this hill all day. I don't care. Cincinnati is the only team that can beat
Then
Kansas
we'll
City
start
in
planning
the
your
AFC.
funeral.
What?
You said we're going to start planning your funeral then.
That's fine. But you look at it, they've got a better offensive line this year. If Joe Burrow stays healthy, he can beat Kansas City. He can do it in Kansas City, he can do it in Cincinnati. Go ahead, you can say they won't, they can't. But every time someone says, "Oh, Cincinnati can't do it. Cincinnati can't do it." Guess what? They do it. Can't Joe Burrow is kryptonite to Pat Mahomes. The only reason he's not 4-0 versus Kansas City is because of Joseph Osai pushing Pat Mahomes out of bounds. That is the only reason.
I wanted you to sell
The
it.
only the only knock that I would have is they're playing the Ravens first round,
So they're going to get the shit kicked out
and
of them.
no, AFC North match. Well, yeah, technically, AFC North matchups are fucking
Yeah,
brutal.
I don't mean like it's going to be like, I don't mean they're going to lose. I mean like they're just fucking really physical games.
Yeah, but Cincinnati is a better team than they were 2 years ago when they beat
I
Kansas
agree.
City in Kansas City.
I agree, and
They can do
that's actually what sold me because Cincinnati is noticeably better than they were 2 years ago, and the Chiefs are noticeably worse than they were 2 years ago. So
exactly.
if you have
The
a
only
head-to-head
reason
of those two teams,
to the Super Bowl is because Joe Burrow got hurt. That is the only reason. If Joe Burrow was there to stand in Pat Mahomes' way, they wouldn't have done it. They have them figured out.
yeah. Um, moving on to now, it's also important to note that the Chiefs have the bye. So,
That's fine.
but I'm gonna go with it too, just because there's some history there. But I'm just saying I'm doing that with a big asterisk. Texans Dolphins CJ versus Tua.
DJ.
I think CJ
CJ.
too. Yeah, I
Gotta be.
don't think the Dolphins have that big game mentality.
Also, not to mention, we can talk all we want. The Dolphins haven't done much on defense this year. And what was their kryptonite last year?
Right,
Defense.
right,
Their defenses don't show up against good quarterbacks.
right. And notably, every game that was like a must-win for them last year, they lost, and that's how Buffalo got into the playoffs.
Yep.
Yeah.
So until they can show me that they can handle pressure, because they're obviously in this hypothetical, they're a much better team than the Steelers. I don't think that they would struggle in that, but I think that the 1-to-1 matchup with the Texans makes it so it's a one possession game, and they just don't win one possession games. So I trust CJ Stroud to tank Dell over Tua and a Tyreek when it comes down to it.
Don't get me wrong, regular season champions all day.
Yeah.
But that's not where champions are crowned.
All right. So between the Bengals and Texans, who is facing the Philadelphia Eagles in our
The Texans.
The Texans, really?
Yep.
All right, Nico, your turn. Sell me on it. Why do they beat the Bengals?
I don't really have a good selling point. I just have a real good feeling about the Texans this year.
Nico's source, trust me, bro.
Trust me, yeah.
this
No,
bit is going to end up on a Barstool Sports bad
work,
beat.
At work, I literally said, Texans make the Super Bowl as soon as they sign Diggs.
Really?
That is such a shit take.
Don't care.
Don't care.
Don't
Stephon
care,
Diggs,
trust me. Fuck
wide receiver
you.
three.
Eat a dick.
Stephon Diggs, wide receiver
Eat
three
a
in
dick.
that team. He ain't gonna do
Eat a dick.
shit. Talking about, oh, they were double teaming me.
Also, the Texans did get a lot better this year
No, don't get me wrong. The Texans are a
compared to
better team
last year.
compared to last year. Absolutely, 100%. But AFC Championship, big game. I don't know if I trust CJ Stroud in that spot.
They are the home
Granted,
team.
I'm a homer. I'm gonna always say Cincinnati because on any given Sunday, I think Cincinnati can beat anybody.
So you've
But
got Cincinnati.
mhm.
I just want to spell this out for you so I can maybe drag you back to earth. You got Cincinnati basically pulling a 2007 New York Giants where they're on the road every single round of the playoffs against higher seeded teams. I mean, duh, they're on the road, but
Yeah,
and you got you think it's going to be Bengals in Philadelphia?
yeah. Cincy fights, dude. It may be an ugly game. They can win an ugly game. They can win a fucking beautiful game. They fight until the bitter end. And every time they come up, playoff Joe Burrow unmatched. Yeah, he got manhandled by the Rams defense. They
Yeah.
had a prime Aaron Donald, but look at his O line. Two of the starters were already hurt, which they were trash anyways. And he went in there leading the leagues in sacks and lost the Super Bowl by what, 3?
It was a really boring Super Bowl, so I don't remember.
Halftime show was lit. But
Yeah.
um, look at his playoff losses. He's got 2 in the Super Bowl and the AFC Championship. Joey B don't lose playoff games. If I'm telling you right now, if Joseph Osai did not shove Patrick Mahomes while he's out of bounds, they're not going to that Super Bowl. Dude's got ice in his veins. I think Stroud, being young, slips.
All right.
I think it's a great game. I think it's close. I don't think Cincinnati's going in and beating them by 20. I think it's a 3-point game. But again, I don't know. Maybe it's just the homer, and maybe it's just whatever.
I mean, it is a little bit of
But
the homer in you. You make sense, but I definitely think you're higher up on the team than the average person would be, obviously.
oh, absolutely.
But
And like, but I've finally been given a reason to be higher up than the average fan would be. You know, spent years being dog shit, and you finally get something good going. I don't think there's a team that can stand in their way during the playoffs.
I think there's one,
I think
and
there's potentially maybe 2.
I think there's one, and I think that one is the team they're facing up against in this hypothetical Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think the only teams that I don't even know that because last year when Joe Burrow finally got healthy, he dismantled the 49ers.
I don't think
Made them foolish.
I don't think the 49ers are as good as they were last year. And
No.
I don't think they're going to be as good and I don't think they're going to be good this year with the target on their back. And I don't know. I want them to be figured out. I think they can be figured out. I don't think it's that complicated. I mean, granted, Shanahan's a great offensive mind, but I think that if you can get, like I said before, I said it all last year, if you can get them out of rhythm, they fucking suck. It's just hard to get them out of rhythm.
Cincinnati did it.
Right.
And their defense was mid last year. There's too many injuries on that defense.
But to that end, if this is our hypothetical matchup, I have the Eagles winning by probably 10.
I have Cincinnati winning by 3.
Yeah, it's so fucking crazy, dude. You literally talk about how the fucking Eagles have a stout defense and an offensive juggernaut, and then you're just going to ride Joe Burrow to a championship? That's fucking insanity.
Listen, those games, Joe Burrow finds ways.
It's not going to be one of those games, though. Like, what are you taking advantage of? A white cornerback?
Yeah, the Ku Klux Corners.
Nah, dude. Well, first of all, there's only one corner. The other one's a safety.
Oh, one corner, one safety. My bad.
I mean that offensive line is better, but I don't think they're good enough to shut down the Eagles' defensive line.
No, but again, I think finding a way.
Nico, can you help me?
He's going to say Eagles.
I know he's going to say Eagles, but he could
No,
hopefully talk some
no, because
sense.
yeah, I 100% am because if, I don't care, James. You're basically saying what I said in against the Texans Bengals matchup. Pretty much, trust me, this is how it's going to be. The Eagles only got better.
Yeah, but so did Cincinnati.
Yeah, but
I mean,
this,
that argument
But
can go two ways.
they're still not touching the Eagles.
Cincinnati wasn't in a Super Bowl 2 years ago.
We'll see hypothetically.
No, that's what
I'm
happened.
just saying, I don't think it's going to be a 10-point game in that situation. We'll find out. We'll find out
I
early
can
on
see
this
it
season.
being single. I can see it being single digit points, but it's gonna be in the Eagles' favor.
Okay, that's I already said I'm a homer pick on this one. Did I not? Did I not preface it with
We're
that?
just trying to bring you to earth, man. Like that's all. You got I mean
Saying
to go from last year's performance, make a make a couple of very very good upgrades to ride them from a 5 seed into the Super Bowl and winning the whole thing, that's crazy.
That's
hey,
wild.
wild shit happens.
I'm going to screenshot this. And I'm going to post it on our Facebook so people can boo us.
Good.
That's fine. You best believe if that's the Super Bowl though, it's gonna get fucking crazy.
If that's the Super Bowl, that's unhinged. That
We're live streaming. It's gonna be a good time.
I'm not live streaming.
Oh, we definitely are.
No.
Do it for the pod.
I can't emotionally. I can't do it.
Fair.
Okay, so SFB Pod official. Yeah, Nico and Jimmy are here. All right, how the fuck do I actually get in here to make these picks? Oh, Pick'em is not supported on web yet. All right, so I have to do it from my app. You guys have your phones out?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So we'll start in the top left corner for our week 1 kickoff. Oh, we did announce our did we haven't announced our punishment yet, have we? We just talked about it
No.
in chat, which is fucking hilarious.
We still got to do last year's.
We do. Um,
Yeah.
this
Did you order the thing yet?
No, because I haven't been given a date.
Order the thing,
let's
and then you find the date.
let's just lock it in right now for Sunday the 22nd. That work?
That
Should
works for
yeah.
me.
Okay. All right. So two weeks from this Sunday.
Okay.
Now, so for everybody who listens, obviously we have our punishment for the person who gets the worst record. This year's punishment is going to be that the person has to do a JCPenney photo shoot in which the other two get to pick the outfits and the poses of the photo shoot, which we will post on social media for all to watch.
No, perfect.
Uh,
Coming out the gate hot, we have Baltimore, Kansas City as the Thursday night kickoff, 8:20 p.m. on NBC.
I got Casey.
I got KC.
I too have KC. All right. Friday night. I can't believe this isn't your crime statistics game of the week just because of where it is.
Yeah.
I thought for sure you're going to
It's
come in with Rio, or sorry, Sao Paulo. But it's Packers and the Birds. I've got the Birds.
Yep.
I got the pack.
Okay. Well, we're already off by one.
I think it's game one. Somebody gets off to a rough start.
I just think that the Eagles have so much to fucking prove. especially with what happened with fucking their security dude last year and all that shit. Anyways, um, the first batch of games on Sunday, we have Pittsburgh and Atlanta.
ATL.
Yeah, I've got the Dirty Birds too. The old fucking the old Falcons.
More white
James,
Falcons.
you got the Falcons too. Okay. Um, I can't tell who the fuck the home team is in this. Is it the team to the right?
It's always on the right, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So Arizona at the Bills. I think that's an easy Bills.
That's easy Bills.
yeah.
Um, Titans at the Bears.
I went with Chi-Town.
I mean, that feels like a sneaky pick. I don't think the Titans are that bad. I think there's so many new pieces in Chicago.
Yeah, I think Chicago.
I'm gonna go with Chicago. This is their one chance. If they disappoint me, I'm gonna fucking shit on them the rest of the year. James.
All right.
I took Tennessee.
Okay. It's a fair pick. I was really on the fence there. Um, Pats at the Bengals. Bengals easy dub.
Bengals.
Now here's a sneaky one because it's a divisional. Wait, James, what'd you pick? I mean, I know it's the Bengals, but say it out loud.
Bengals out loud.
Thank you. This next one is a sneaky
Yeah.
one because it's a divisional matchup. I know Houston's so good, but
Houston.
but
Houston.
the Colts, man, like
Houston.
it just
Houston.
feels like a
Stop,
trap.
stop trying to sway us.
It
It's Houston.
feels like a trap.
Beats
I'm gonna go Texans, but it feels like a trap. Next one's Jags at the Dolphins. That's a Dolphins victory.
Yep.
Miami 20.
Um, Panthers at the Saints.
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 Yes.
I'm never picking just so you know, I'm not picking Carolina this year. I don't care who they play. I'm not doing it.
um, Vikings at the Giants. I might go Giants on that.
I went Giants.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Giants. Just
Also,
because.
to be fair, I've had my picks locked in for I don't know, when did you send the invite?
I mean,
2 weeks
two
ago?
weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah, I've had them locked in since that day.
I'm gonna say Giants just because Sam Darnold's so rusty and they haven't gotten rhythm yet. Like I just think it's an easy one to lose.
Yeah. I think the Giants only got better on defense, so they're gonna I I know Justin Jefferson is still a thing, but when you have Sam Darnold throwing you the ball,
Yeah,
good luck.
the Giants have something to. They have a little chip on their shoulder.
They do. They definitely do, especially after fucking whatever last season was.
James, who are you going with?
Vikings.
Okay,
I'm riding high on them.
I hear you.
It's gonna bite my ass, but I'm riding high on them.
Also, if you guys could send me, actually, I think I might be able to just see it. I don't
Yeah,
know
you should be able to see
because
it.
I'll make a graphic. And then,
Oh no, it doesn't show until I think until the first game starts.
oh, okay, that way you can't like. I get it. So
Yeah.
just send me screenshots so I can remember it. So then we're on to Raiders at the Chargers. Chargers. I mean the Raiders.
Bolt up,
Yeah.
baby.
The Raiders are so bad, and the Chargers are good enough. And Justin Herbert needs to show out. Justin Herbert was anonymously selected one of the top 4 most overrated quarterbacks, and I think that's a fucking sin.
Yeah.
Next game is Broncos at the Hawks. Broncos are fucking terrible. Geno's good enough. That defense is good.
Yep.
Cowboys at the Browns. I'm gonna go Browns.
I also went Browns.
All right,
I
James.
went Cowboys.
Okay. There's a little tear from the norm there. I mean the Browns, man. I just fucking. I kind of want it to
The
happen
Browns are
just
the
because it'd be
Browns.
really cool to start out one game ahead of the Cowboys and watch Cowboys fans melt down after week one. That's
Oh
always a
yeah,
really
that's going
fun
to be the
time.
greatest part of all of this.
And the Browns are home. They're they're good ish.
Ish.
Dak Prescott's the king of doing nothing with talent. I don't care if they re-sign. I don't care if they sign
True.
CeeDee Lamb to a 10-year fucking contract. It's still going to be a waste of a career.
Yep.
Um, Commanders at the Buccaneers. Buccaneers. The Commanders are a dumpster fire. I might.
The Tampa Bay fighting Baker Mayfields.
I might not pick the Commanders all year. I mean, they're so fucking bad.
I went with Tampa.
Yep. All right. The Rams at the Lions, dude. Let's go fucking Lions. Dude. I'm riding the fucking Lions this year. I promise you.
Yep.
I promise you. I don't care. The only time I'm rooting against the Lions is if they're playing the Eagles. That's it. James, did you pick the Lions as well?
I took the Lions as well.
Okay. And then our last matchup Monday night. Tough draw for our hopeful Jets fans at the 49ers.
It's the 49ers, and it's
Yeah.
not close.
It's going to be the 49ers
Oh,
by at least 12.
you know what this is right here?
Oh,
The crime
Is it?
statistics week. It is. I figured Monday night we open it up on a Monday night this year.
all right.
That being said, surprisingly, I got the 49ers.
That's not a surprise.
The fact that
I think
they the fact that they commit almost or 11 points higher in violent crime was a surprise to me.
it wasn't a surprise to me. Everybody always talks about San Francisco being a dumpster fire.
Yeah, true.
Chirac.
And you always see the memes of can't have shit in Detroit.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, my mindset going into it was that we'll take New York, which has crime problems, and San Francisco,
So,
that I didn't think
Travis,
was
not for nothing.
bad.
What's that?
I said not for nothing. I'm not going to send you shit because you and I have the exact same picks.
Oh, okay.
But nope. And this month or this week, I was actually going to base it off property crime, but that is terrifyingly higher too.
Yeah, no, San Francisco's really
Do
bad with
not
property
live in
crime.
San Francisco. Yeah,
I only have
79.
one away team winning week one.
We do?
Yeah, and it's Houston.
So,
So my crime statistics parlay of the week.
yeah, hit us.
Yeah, oh yeah, the parlay.
The parlay.
I'm going to text
What
it
I'm
in the
gonna
chat
say
so I remember
is,
it.
let me get. How do I not have a betting app?
Oh my fuck. I got him.
Oh, I deleted them all because I'm a degenerate.
All right, hold on.
All right. Yeah.
Here we go. All right, what do you want?
Brock Purdy yards. What's the over under?
Let's see. Brock Purdy passing yards. Ooh, these are alternates. $250 plus at plus 120.
Hammer the over.
Okay, so Brock
Oh,
Purdy.
hold on. Here's the over under. Over under 237.5.
Hammer the over. Then give
Okay.
me Brock Purdy touchdowns.
All right, let me see. Brock Purdy over under 1.5.
Over. He's gonna get two. Aaron Rodgers. I'm just gonna say over 250.
Aaron Rodgers' line is 234.5.
Over, and then his touchdowns is probably 1.5 as well.
It is also 1.5. Yes.
We're gonna go the over on that too. I think it's gonna be a high scoring affair coming out the
All
gate.
right. So let's see. Over, over, and over. Your four picks are plus 460. So a $10 bet would net you $56.
Jesus.
Place it.
We'll do $100 bet.
$100 bet would net you 460.
There you go.
So 560
Heard it
total.
here first. Heard it here first, folks.
Okay. Noted. Added. Locked. We'll have a graphic. We're gonna pull out of that point, which is at 1 hour and 4 minutes. We'll say 1 hour and 5 minutes, because I'm gonna work on getting us a little audio cut away for that segment.
Okay.
And then now we will enter the college football realm of the AP top 25
Oh, I don't give a shit about this.
mover gainers and losers. So we'll start out with gainers. Um, Texas, Alabama, both up 1 to 3 and 4 respectively. Notre Dame up 2 to 5. Missouri up 2 to 9. Utah up 1 to 11. Miami up 7 to 12. USC up 10 to 13. Tennessee up 1, hot 69 to 3. That's awesome. To 14. Oklahoma up 1 to 15. Oklahoma State up 1 to 16. Kansas State up 1 to 17. Kansas up 3 to 19. Jesus Christ. Arizona up 1 to 20. Iowa up 4 to 21. And that concludes the gainers. James, do you have any gripes with those?
No, they all seem fair.
They all do seem fair. I mean, Colorado State got beat 52 to nothing by Texas. Alabama won against what the fuck is Western Kentucky, but whatever, 63 to nothing. Notre Dame beats Texas A&M 23-13. What other movers and shakers do we have here? I mean, obviously USC jumping up is huge. I mean, 27-20 victory over LSU. They deserve that. Florida's dog shit. I don't know if that. I think Miami.
Holy shit.
I think Miami might have jumped a little bit too far, up 7 to beat over a win against Florida. Like that seems ridiculous, but
I also didn't realize Ole Miss won 76 to nothing.
yeah, dude, over Furman. But I mean,
Yeah, but still.
but like, yeah, I mean, this. I think the Miami thing is a little bit of the SEC bias because you got Miami winning 41-17 over Florida. They jumped 7 spots. Michigan beats Fresno State 30-10 and drops a spot. Like, okay. But droppers, obviously, we just said Michigan dropped 1 spot. Oregon drops 4 spots after beating Idaho 24-14. LSU drops 5 spots to 18 after losing to USC. And Clemson drops 11 spots to 25 after losing to Georgia 34-3. I don't even think they should have stayed in the top 25, if I'm being honest.
No.
No.
I mean, how can you stay in the top 25 after getting beat by 31 points? Like,
They need an ACC team.
they have North Carolina State, Georgia Tech, and Louisville all 22 through 24. And they have Miami sitting there at 12.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a waste of a fucking pick.
Yes.
Speaking of the ACC, though, James, the floor is yours.
Florida State. Florida State, Florida State, Florida State. You had one job. You got two unranked teams. You're the number 10 ranked team in the the nation. You had one job. Don't lose. Don't lose by a lot. Don't get blown out at home against Boston College. What the fuck? I want to know anybody who decided that FSU should be a top 10 team needs to revoke their abilities. How do you lose to Boston College at home by 15? We're not talking just an unranked team. We're talking an unranked team that hasn't been relevant in football since ever.
Right.
And you lose at home as the number 10 team to them. And you know what? Maybe I could be like, you know what? They had a rough outings happen. You lose to unranked teams, cool, whatever, it happens. Great. Explain the loss to Georgia Tech. Get rid of the Tech, great. This is a glorified community college, and you lose to them. Granted, it was by 3, but you're the number 10 seed, and you come out and go 0-2. You're making people look stupid. And to the dude, I doubt you're listening to this, but the dude who said if Florida State lost to Boston College, he would eat dog shit out of a solo cup.
Yeah.
Activate your stuff and man up and do it. You want to put fucking faith in a team that doesn't deserve any faith left in them. The ACC is a joke. They're a joke. Do it. Eat the dog shit. At least your team can see what it feels like to be a piece of shit. My God. Fuck Florida State. I don't know why everybody was riding their jocks to start the season, and all of a sudden they come out as the 10 seed and lose to two unranked schools in a row.
Yeah.
Awful. Just awful. It's a terrible look for the ACC. It's a terrible look for anybody. And the fact that Georgia Tech snuck into the top 25, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Georgia Tech snuck into the top 25 because of that win. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
It's kind of trash.
Unreal. Georgia Tech beat a nobody. They don't deserve to be in the top 25.
I agree.
Unreal. Unreal. On the upside, I think Syracuse gets in the top 25 this weekend.
Who are they playing?
Georgia Tech.
Ah,
I think they go out, smack the shit out of Georgia Tech, and get put in the top 25.
that's crazy.
That is a wild take.
I don't even think they have. I don't even think they have votes. No, others
They had
receiving
one vote
votes.
this weekend.
Did they?
Yep.
I didn't see that. I could see others receiving votes: Texas A&M, Boston College, Boise State, Iowa State, Memphis, Nebraska, SMU, Washington, Liberty, Vanderbilt, Wisconsin, Auburn, Tulane, North Carolina, UTSA, Appalachian State, Kentucky, West Virginia, Arkansas, UNLV, and Colorado.
Hold on. In the USA Today poll they did.
Oh, okay. Well, I always go by the AP, but
Yeah. In the USA Today poll, they got one vote.
that's crazy.
Not as crazy as putting Florida State at 10.
You're right. I mean, you're right. It's just funny. What week do we decide to go in and start pointing out local voters again? What week do we do that? Week 5, week 6? Oh no, we don't do that till the college football poll comes out. The
Yeah.
the final.
Once that comes out,
Then it's game time.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're doxing everybody. But
Yeah, so fuck Florida State. Go Cuse. The Big Ten looks as good as it ever was. The SEC bias remains. We have the contentiously we have the Philadelphia Eagles winning the NFL 2025 Super Bowl. Is there anything else that you gentlemen would like to drop on our willful listeners before we sign off for the night?
I think we covered
Have
it.
you seen the? Hold on. Have you guys seen the statement from Josh Jacobs?
About how the fact that he didn't want to go there because of the he got offered $4 million more, but he didn't want to go there because of the turf and taxes.
Turf, taxes, and media.
Yeah, they got to change that turf.
Where was
Oh, I agree.
I mean, speaking of the turf, though, I mean, I know I texted you. That fucking logo is sick.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't already checked it out, go check out the new midfield logo for the Giants. It's very, very cool.
That's only for week 1.
Then that's
What?
that's unfortunate.
That's
do
only
you
for
think
week
that
1 because that's the game they're wearing their legacy uniforms in.
Is it the Centennial or something?
The Centennial, yeah.
Yeah.
do you think
That
that
was the
actually draws
original.
like New York?
Huh?
Not so much. Like, I know the taxes might, but do you think the turf really plays that much of a role?
Oh, 100%.
Huh. I never thought
Look at
about
how
that.
many look at how many people since MetLife was built, and look at a list of players that have torn their ACL and see where they've done it. It's exponentially higher in MetLife.
That's crazy.
Hmm.
Speaking of
Yeah,
Centennials,
just never would be a factor.
you boys need to start saving now because we are going to the Centennial for the Rangers in 2 years.
In 2026.
Yes.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I am more than down for that.
You think a 2-year-old is too young to experience a hockey outing?
No, just put the little headphones
It's
over him. It's
just
so
gonna be the
cute.
3 of us.
Listen, Nico, I get it. You already hate my child.
Ooh, big words out of James.
No.
It's not what you said. It's how you said it. My feelings are hurt.
All right. That's going to be it for us. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. We appreciate you, and we will see you next week to discuss week 1 in the NFL. Bye-bye.
Arrivederci.
Charlotte.
Begging to be free.